What if the greatest pain in your old age is not caused by strangers, but by the love you keep giving without limits to your own children? Have you ever wondered why some parents sacrifice everything, yet end up feeling lonely, exhausted, and unappreciated? Today, I will reveal the 4 silent mistakes that slowly destroy the dignity, peace, and happiness of aging parents, and how true wisdom teaches us to love without losing ourselves. Stay until the end, because these timeless lessons could completely change the way you protect your heart, your relationships, and your final chapters of life. 1. Stop sacrificing your entire life to solve every problem they create. There is something very beautiful about the heart of a parent. When your child falls, your first instinct is to lift them. When they cry, you want to comfort them. When life becomes difficult for them, you naturally wish you could carry their burden yourself. This love is pure. It is one of the greatest forces in the world. But every beautiful thing loses its power when it has no boundaries. Many parents believe that loving their children means protecting them from every hardship. So they keep solving every problem, every financial crisis, every family disagreement, every mistake, every disappointment. They rush in before life has the chance to teach. At first, this feels like love, but slowly, something invisible begins to happen. The child becomes stronger in asking, while the parent becomes weaker in giving. One day, you notice that your phone only rings when there is another problem, another request, another emergency, another favor, and without realizing it, your peaceful years become filled with responsibilities that no longer belong to you. Ask yourself something honestly. How many problems are you carrying today that are not really yours? Think carefully. Some parents wake up worrying about their grown son's debts. Others lose sleep because their daughter cannot make simple decisions. Some spend every weekend fixing situations their adult children created themselves. Years pass. Their own dreams disappear. Their own health begins to decline. Yet they continue believing, I am only being a good parent. But wisdom asks a different question. Are you helping them or preventing them from becoming the person they are meant to become? Nature gives us this lesson every day. Have you ever watched a bird teaching its young to fly? The mother bird feeds them, protects them, keeps them warm, but there comes a day when she gently pushes them toward the edge of the nest. To the young bird, it feels frightening. To the mother, it feels painful. Yet she understands something deeper. If she never lets go, the wings will never discover their strength. Many parents never allow this moment. Instead of teaching flight, they keep building a bigger nest, and then they wonder why their children never leave it. Real love does not remove every obstacle. Real love prepares someone to walk through obstacles. There is a quiet difference. One creates dependence. The other creates confidence. When children know that someone will always rescue them, they stop developing the habit of solving life's challenges. Why struggle when someone else will fix everything? Why learn patience when one phone call brings immediate rescue? Why become responsible when responsibility has always belonged to someone else? This is not because they are bad people. It is because human nature follows comfort. Comfort repeated becomes expectation. Expectation repeated becomes entitlement. And entitlement slowly replaces gratitude. Many elderly parents say, my children don't appreciate everything I've done. But appreciation cannot grow where sacrifice has become ordinary. If the river flows every day, people stop noticing the water. If help is always available, they stop recognizing its value. Sometimes the greatest gift you can offer is not another solution. Sometimes the greatest gift is allowing silence, allowing space, allowing them to think, allowing them to become uncomfortable long enough to discover their own wisdom. Life has always been the greatest teacher, but life cannot teach someone who is constantly being rescued. I once heard an old man say, I spent 40 years clearing every stone from my son's path. Now he is 60 years old, and he still cannot walk alone. Those words carry tremendous sadness, because they reveal a truth many people realize too late. Strength cannot be inherited, it must be earned. Confidence cannot be gifted, it must be experienced. Wisdom cannot be borrowed, it must be lived. If you truly love your children, do not steal these gifts from them. There will be moments when your heart wants to interfere. You will see them struggle. You will hear disappointment in their voice. You will feel the old instinct to rush forward. Pause. Take one slow breath. Ask yourself, is this my responsibility? Or is this their opportunity to grow? That single question can change everything. Parents often believe sacrifice proves love, but endless sacrifice often proves fear. Fear that your children will fail. Fear that they will suffer. Fear that they may even become upset with you. Yet growth has never existed without struggle. Every wise person you admire has faced failure. Every strong person has carried burdens. Every mature soul has learned through difficulty. Why should your children be different? Do not confuse protection with prevention. Protect them from harm, but do not prevent them from becoming capable. There is a profound difference. As you grow older, your greatest responsibility changes. You are no longer raising children. You are respecting adults. Respect means believing they can carry their own life. Sometimes, the most loving words are not, "I'll fix it." Sometimes they are, "I believe you can handle this." Those words awaken something sleeping inside another person. They awaken courage, and courage changes lives. Because one day, you will no longer be here. When that day comes, your children will not survive because you solved every problem. They will survive because they learned how to solve them themselves. That is the inheritance wisdom leaves behind. Not comfort, capability, not dependence, inner strength. But there is another sacrifice even more dangerous than giving away your time. Many parents quietly give away something that can never easily be recovered, and that mistake begins with money. 2. Never give away your financial security to earn their love. Money has a strange way of revealing hidden emotions. It is never only about numbers. Behind every coin, there is fear, hope, love, control, guilt. Many parents reach old age believing, if I give more, my children will love me more. So they empty their savings. They sell their land. They delay medical treatment. They cancel their own dreams. All because their adult children need help. At first it happens only once. Then again. Slowly, the exception becomes the pattern. And one day the parent realizes something painful. They have spent a lifetime building security, only to hand it away piece by piece. Ask yourself honestly, what is the purpose of saving for old age? It is not greed. It is not selfishness. It is dignity. It is independence. It is peace. Financial security is not merely about paying bills. It gives you freedom. Freedom to choose. Freedom to receive healthcare. Freedom to live without becoming a burden on others. Ironically, many parents destroy that very freedom, trying to avoid disappointing their children. They say yes, when every part of their heart whispers no. Why? Because guilt is a powerful force. Parents often carry invisible guilt for things that never required guilt at all. My son is struggling. My daughter needs help. I cannot refuse them. But wisdom reminds us of something important. Helping someone should never require destroying yourself. Imagine you have one candle. Your child also has one. If their candle goes out, you may light it with yours. That is kindness. But if they keep returning, asking you to burn your own candle shorter every time, eventually both candles disappear. Now neither of you has light. This is why wisdom always protects the source. You cannot continue giving if you have nothing left. Many elderly people quietly hide their financial struggles. They smile in front of others. They say, "I'm fine," but inside, they worry about medicine, electricity, food, simple daily needs. Why? Because years earlier, they believed love required endless giving. Love never asked for that. Fear did. There is another danger. When money becomes the language of love, relationships begin to lose something sacred. Children stop appreciating presence. Instead, they begin expecting assistance. Conversations slowly become requests. Visits become negotiations. Phone calls become reminders of another financial need. This is painful, not because your children are heartless, but because unhealthy habits slowly replace healthy relationships. Money should support love. It should never define it. The greatest inheritance you can leave your children is not always wealth. Sometimes it is the example of wise living. Imagine your son watching you respect your own limits. Imagine your daughter seeing you manage your resources wisely. Without speaking, you teach them responsibility. Without lectures, you teach balance. Without arguments, you teach self-respect. Children learn far more from what they observe than what they hear. If they constantly watch you sacrifice yourself financially, They may believe this is what love looks like. Then one day, they repeat the same mistake in their own family. The cycle continues. Someone must be brave enough to end it. Remember, there is nothing wrong with generosity. Generosity is beautiful, but generosity without wisdom becomes self-destruction. Before giving, pause. Ask yourself, will this help them become stronger, or simply postpone another difficult lesson? That question protects both people. Sometimes saying no is not rejection, it is guidance. Sometimes refusing money teaches better financial discipline than offering another payment ever could. Life teaches through consequences. Remove every consequence, and learning disappears. You worked for decades. You sacrificed your youth. You woke before sunrise. You endured exhaustion, not so you could spend old age worrying about survival. You earned the right to live peacefully. Honor that effort. Protect it, because once financial peace disappears, emotional peace often follows. An empty wallet creates anxiety. An anxious mind loses rest. A restless heart loses joy. Your children deserve your wisdom more than your savings. Give advice freely. Give encouragement generously. Give love endlessly. But protect the foundation that allows you to stand with dignity. Because there is one burden even heavier than financial sacrifice. It cannot be counted with money. It silently steals sleep, health, and peace. And many parents carry it every single day without even realizing it. 3. Stop carrying their emotional burdens as if they were still children. There is a weight that no one can see. It does not appear on your shoulders. It leaves no bruises. Yet it can exhaust a human being more than carrying stones. This weight is emotional burden. Many parents never stop carrying it. Even when their children become 40, 50, or 60 years old, their bodies grow older. But inside, they still feel responsible for every emotion their children experience. If their son is unhappy, they believe they have failed. If their daughter argues with her spouse, they lose sleep. If their child feels disappointed, they carry that disappointment as though it belongs to them. This quiet habit slowly drains the spirit. It is like carrying a backpack filled with stones that someone else packed. At first, one stone feels manageable, then another, then another. Years pass. The bag becomes heavier, yet you continue walking because you have forgotten it was never yours to carry. Listen carefully. Compassion is beautiful. Absorbing another person's emotional life is not. There is a profound difference. A wise parent listens. An unhealthy parent absorbs. A wise parent comforts. An unhealthy parent suffers in silence for problems they cannot control. Many elderly parents spend entire nights replaying conversations in their minds. What if I had said something different? What if I had helped more? What if this is somehow my fault? These thoughts become invisible chains. But ask yourself, can another person's emotional journey truly be yours? Every human being must eventually learn to carry their own heart. That is part of becoming an adult. If you continue carrying it for them, they may never discover their own emotional strength. Imagine a tree during a storm. The wind bends its branches. Rain falls heavily. The roots are tested. But every storm makes the tree stronger. Now imagine someone builds a roof over that tree forever. No wind, no rain, no challenge. The tree may appear protected, but its roots remain weak. The first real storm will break it. Emotional resilience grows exactly the same way. Your children need space to experience disappointment, confusion, heartbreak, and recovery. Not because you want them to suffer, but because these experiences shape wisdom. You cannot protect another person from every emotional season, nor should you try. There is another truth that many parents fear. You are allowed to feel peaceful, even when your children are struggling. Read that slowly inside your heart. Their difficult season does not require you to lose your own peace. Your calm presence often helps them more than your shared anxiety. When they see you remaining centered, they remember stability exists. When they see you collapsing beside them, fear doubles. Be the mountain, not the echo of the storm. There will be moments when your children cry. Listen. There will be moments when they fail. Encourage. There will be moments when they doubt themselves. Believe in them, but do not quietly become the prison that holds all of their pain, because no human heart was designed for that burden. As you grow older, your soul deserves rest, not because you love less, but because wisdom loves differently. Love that destroys your health is not wisdom. Love that steals your sleep is not balance. Love that leaves you empty cannot continue nourishing others. Sometimes the greatest act of love is standing beside someone, without stepping into their struggle. Let them discover the strength that has always been waiting inside them, and let yourself rediscover something equally important, the peace that comes when you release burdens that were never yours to carry. 4. Don't fear setting boundaries. Respect begins where endless sacrifice ends. There is a quiet truth that many parents discover far too late. Love without wisdom becomes exhaustion. Kindness without boundaries becomes permission. And sacrifice without limits slowly teaches others that your needs no longer matter. This is one of the hardest lessons for any parent to accept. Because from the very first day your child entered this world, your heart was trained to say yes. Yes to feeding them. Yes to feeding them. Yes to staying awake through sleepless nights. Yes to putting them first. For many years, saying yes was exactly the right thing to do. But life changes. Children grow. Responsibilities shift. The role of a parent also changes. Yet many parents never allow themselves to change with it. Their children become adults, but they continue behaving as though every request is an emergency. Every problem must be solved. Every favor must be accepted. Every expectation must be fulfilled. Slowly, their own life begins to disappear. They stop resting when they are tired. They stop saying what they truly feel. They stop protecting their own time. They stop listening to their own body. One quiet yes follows another, until one day, they no longer recognize the life they are living. Ask yourself something honestly. How many times have you agreed to something while your heart was silently begging you to refuse? How many family gatherings have you attended while feeling completely exhausted? How many errands have you completed while your knees were aching? How many nights have you stayed awake worrying about everyone else's, some's comfort while ignoring your own? This is not kindness. This is self-abandonment. And self-abandonment never creates healthy relationships. It only creates silent resentment. Many elderly parents believe boundaries are selfish. They fear one simple word. No. Such a tiny word. Only 2 letters. Yet for many people, it feels heavier than a mountain. Why? Because they confuse boundaries with rejection. They think, if I say no, my children will think I don't love them. If I refuse, they may become angry. If I protect my own peace, they may stop visiting me. Notice what is hidden beneath these thoughts. Fear, not love. Fear of losing connection. Fear of disappointing others. Fear of being misunderstood. When fear controls your decisions, peace quietly leaves your life. Real love never demands that you destroy yourself to prove your love. If someone only feels loved when you constantly sacrifice yourself, that is not love. That is dependency. Wisdom teaches something very different. A healthy relationship has 2 people standing, not one person carrying both lives. Imagine 2 trees growing beside each other. Each tree has its own roots, its own strength, its own space to grow. Neither tree steals sunlight from the other. Neither tree demands the other carry its weight, because healthy growth requires space. Families are no different. When boundaries disappear, space disappears. Respect disappears. Individual strength disappears. Many parents unknowingly train others how to treat them. Every time you ignore your own limits, you quietly send a message. My needs can wait. My time is less valuable. My health is less important. People often believe respect is something others choose to give, but respect begins with what you allow. If you constantly ignore your own value, others slowly begin doing the same, not always because they are selfish. Sometimes because human beings naturally adapt to what becomes normal. If every request receives a yes, they stop asking whether you are tired. If every demand is accepted, they stop wondering whether you have your own plans. This happens slowly, almost invisibly, until one day you wonder, when did everyone stop considering me? Perhaps they never stopped caring. Perhaps they simply became accustomed to unlimited access. That is why boundaries are acts of love, not walls, not punishment, guidance. A river without banks becomes a flood. The water loses direction. It spreads everywhere. It destroys instead of nourishing. The banks do not limit the river. They give it purpose. Boundaries do the same. They protect relationships from becoming unhealthy. They protect kindness from becoming obligation. They protect generosity from becoming expectation. One elderly woman once shared something unforgettable. She said, I spent 30 years saying yes because I wanted everyone to be happy. Now everyone is comfortable, except me. Those words carry enormous wisdom because many people spend decades creating comfort for everyone else while quietly living in discomfort themselves. That is not balance. That is slow suffering. There comes a moment in life when your body begins speaking more honestly than your mouth. Your back hurts. Your energy decreases. Your sleep becomes lighter. Your heart longs for silence. These are not weaknesses. They are reminders. Life is inviting you to protect yourself with the same care you once gave everyone else. Do not feel guilty for resting. Do not apologize for protecting your health. Do not explain every boundary. Sometimes, a peaceful no is more loving than a resentful yes. Notice how nature works. The sun shines every morning, yet every evening it disappears. Does anyone accuse the sun of selfishness because it sets? No, because rest is part of its rhythm. Your life also needs rhythm, giving, resting, helping, recovering, speaking, remaining silent. Balance creates longevity. Endless sacrifice creates burnout. There is another hidden gift inside healthy boundaries. They reveal the truth. When you begin saying no with kindness, you discover who truly respects you. Those who love you will adjust. Those who only valued what you provided may resist. Do not fear that resistance. Sometimes discomfort is the first step toward healthier relationships. Children are capable of adapting. Adults are capable of understanding. But they cannot respect limits they never knew existed. If your children become disappointed because you choose to rest, allow that feeling. Disappointment is temporary. Resentment built over years lasts much longer. As you grow older, your peace becomes sacred. Protect it carefully, not because you love your family less, but because your remaining years deserve to be lived with dignity instead of exhaustion. The wisest parents eventually understand something simple. Love does not become stronger by saying yes to everything. Love becomes stronger when both people can breathe freely, because there is something even more difficult than setting boundaries. It is watching someone struggle and choosing not to rescue them. 5. Let them face the consequences that build wisdom and strength. There is a moment that tests every parent's heart. It is not the moment your child succeeds. It is not the moment they smile. It is not even the moment they ask for help. The greatest test comes when you watch them face the consequences of their own choices. Everything inside you wants to step forward, to protect, to fix, to rescue. Your heart whispers, they are suffering. Your instinct says, I must do something. But wisdom gently asks another question. What lesson will disappear if I remove this struggle? This question changes everything. Life has always been humanity's greatest teacher. Not comfort, not convenience, not endless protection. Difficulty shapes character. Failure develops humility. Responsibility builds confidence. Consequences awaken wisdom. Every meaningful lesson you have learned came with discomfort. Think about your own life. Did patience grow during easy seasons? Did courage appear when everything went perfectly? Did wisdom arrive before your mistakes? No. Life shaped you because you experienced consequences. Every scar became a teacher. Every disappointment became a guide. Every difficult season became part of your strength. Why should your children walk a different path? Many parents unknowingly interrupt this natural process. The moment consequences appear, they rush in. They pay the debt. They solve the conflict. They make the phone call. They repair the damage. The immediate problem disappears. But something much more valuable disappears as well. The lesson. Without lessons, growth becomes impossible. Imagine a child learning to walk. What happens if you carry them every moment because you fear they might fall? They never strengthen their legs. They never develop balance. Eventually they become older, but still depend on being carried. This image does not only describe childhood, it describes adulthood too. Many grown children continue depending on their parents because they were never allowed to experience the full weight of responsibility. Responsibility feels heavy only until it becomes familiar. After that, it becomes strength. An old bamboo tree offers a beautiful lesson. When strong winds arrive, the bamboo bends. It does not break. Why? Because years of storms taught it flexibility. Imagine if someone had protected that bamboo from every wind. Its roots would remain shallow. Its strength would remain hidden. The first real storm would destroy it. People grow the same way. Storms reveal strength that comfort never can. Parents often believe love means preventing pain, but some pain carries wisdom. The pain of correcting a mistake, the pain of earning trust again, the pain of rebuilding after failure. These experiences are not punishments. They are teachers. Without them, maturity remains incomplete. Sometimes your child will make poor financial decisions. Allow them to experience the result. Sometimes they will damage a relationship. Allow them to learn through repair. Sometimes they will make choices you would never make. Allow life to become their instructor. Your role is no longer controlling every outcome. Your role is becoming a calm source of wisdom when they seek it. Notice the difference. Not controlling, guiding, not rescuing, supporting, not carrying, walking beside. This difference changes families. Many parents fear, what if they think I don't care? But refusing to remove every consequence is not indifference. It is confidence. Confidence that your children possess more strength than they currently realize. Sometimes they need someone who believes in their ability more than someone who solves their difficulty. One father shared a story that stayed with me. His son asked him for money after making several careless financial choices. The father wanted to help immediately. Instead, he paused. He looked into his son's eyes and quietly said, "I love you too much to keep protecting you from lessons that will make you wiser." His son became upset. Weeks passed. Months passed. Eventually, the young man found extra work, created a budget, paid his own debts. Years later, he returned to his father with tears in his eyes. He said, "The greatest gift you ever gave me was believing I could solve my own problems." Sometimes love is misunderstood in the moment, but understood deeply years later. Patience is required. Trust is required. Wisdom is required. Do not steal tomorrow's strength by removing today's challenge. Your children may stumble. Let them rise. They may fail. Let them learn. They may struggle. Let them discover the quiet confidence that only struggle can awaken. Because one day, they will face problems when you are no longer beside them. On that day, they will not need memories of every rescue. They will need confidence born from every challenge they overcame with their own hands. That confidence becomes an invisible inheritance, far greater than money, far greater than possessions, far greater than comfort. It becomes the quiet voice inside them that says, "I have faced difficult days before. I will find a way again." And when parents understand this truth, they begin releasing control, while discovering a deeper peace within themselves. 6. Protect your peace, because your remaining years are too precious to waste. There is one treasure that becomes more valuable with every passing year. It is not money. It is not property. It is not status. It is peace. When you are young, you often believe you have endless time. You can recover from exhaustion. You can start over after mistakes. You can spend years chasing things that do not truly matter. But as life moves quietly forward, something changes inside you. You begin to understand that time is no longer something to spend carelessly. Every sunrise becomes more meaningful. Every conversation becomes more precious. Every peaceful morning becomes a gift. This is why I tell you today, protect your peace with the same determination that you once protected your children. For many years, your life belonged to responsibility. You worked long hours. You worried about school fees. You stayed awake when your children were sick. You sacrificed your comfort so they could have opportunities you never had. You carried burdens that no one else could see. And you carried them willingly, because that was your season. But every season has its purpose. Spring is not meant to last forever, neither is winter. Life moves, roles change, children grow, parents grow older, and wisdom asks us to change with life instead of resisting it. Many parents understand that their children have become adults, but deep inside, they continue living as though they are still responsible for every part of their children's lives. This silent habit steals something priceless, their own peace. Ask yourself one simple question. When was the last time you sat quietly without worrying about someone else? Not thinking about their finances, not thinking about their marriage, not thinking about their career, not wondering whether they are happy, just sitting, breathing, listening to the birds, watching the morning light, feeling grateful simply because you are alive. For many people, that moment has not happened for years. The mind has become so attached to carrying others that it no longer remembers how to rest. This is one of the greatest forms of suffering, not because life is difficult, but because the mind refuses to put down what it was never meant to carry forever. Imagine a traveler walking through a long mountain path. On the first day, he carries a heavy backpack. It makes sense. He needs food, water, supplies. The weight serves a purpose. But imagine reaching the end of the journey and still refusing to remove the backpack. He sits down to eat while wearing it. He sleeps while wearing it. He complains that life feels heavy. The burden is no longer the backpack. The burden is his unwillingness to let it go. Many parents are living exactly this way. The responsibilities that once had meaning have become permanent habits. They continue carrying yesterday's duties into today's life, not because they must, but because they no longer know who they are without those responsibilities. This is something very few people speak about. Many parents secretly fear becoming unnecessary. For decades, they were needed every day. Someone asked for advice. Someone needed help. Someone depended on them. Their identity became connected to being needed. Then one day, life changed. The children grew older. The grandchildren became busy. The house became quieter. And suddenly, a question appeared. Who am I now? This question frightens many people. So instead of discovering a new purpose, they return to old habits. They create new worries. They interfere in situations that no longer require them. They involve themselves in problems that adults should solve on their own. Not because they enjoy stress, but because stress feels familiar. Silence feels unfamiliar. Yet silence is where wisdom grows. Have you ever noticed how a calm lake reflects the mountains perfectly? The water does not struggle. It does not chase. It does not force anything. Because it is still, it reflects reality clearly. The human mind works the same way. A restless mind cannot see truth. A peaceful mind understands what truly matters. When you protect your peace, you begin seeing life differently. You stop reacting to every message immediately. You stop allowing every opinion to disturb your heart. You stop believing that every family disagreement requires your involvement. You begin asking, will this matter 1 year from now? Most of the time, the answer is no. How many sleepless nights have people wasted over problems that disappeared on their own? How many arguments stole joy from families simply because someone refused to remain silent? Wisdom knows that not every battle deserves your energy. Energy is limited. Time is limited. Life is limited. Spend these precious resources carefully. There is an old saying, the older the tree becomes, the deeper its roots grow. Think about those words. A young tree reaches upward. An old tree grows inward. Its strength is no longer in speed. Its strength is in stability. The same is true for human beings. Old age is not meant to be a race. It is meant to become a season of depth. A season where your words become fewer, but more meaningful. Where your movements become slower, but more intentional. Where your heart becomes softer, yet stronger. This is the gift of aging when it is guided by wisdom. Unfortunately, many people never experience this gift because they continue chasing unnecessary stress. They continue comparing their children to other families. They continue worrying about things beyond their control. Control is one of the greatest illusions in life. You cannot control another person's choices. You cannot control another person's emotions. You cannot control whether someone appreciates your sacrifices. You cannot control the future. You cannot even control tomorrow. The only thing truly within your hands is the condition of your own heart. Protect that heart. Guard it carefully. Do not hand its peace to every passing situation. There is another quiet habit that steals peace from many parents. They continue trying to earn love. Pause for a moment. Think about this carefully. How many parents continue giving gifts they cannot afford, simply hoping their children will visit more often? How many remain silent when they feel hurt because they fear losing affection? How many pretend everything is fine while carrying sadness that no one sees? Love should never be purchased, not with money, not with endless favors, not with self-sacrifice. Real love remains even after healthy boundaries appear. If someone's affection disappears the moment you stop giving everything, perhaps they were attached to what you provided, not to who you truly are. That realization hurts, but it also brings freedom, because once you stop trying to earn love, you become free to simply give love, without fear, without expectation, without emotional chains. One elderly monk was asked, "What is the greatest achievement in old age?" People expected him to mention wisdom, or health, or long life. Instead, he smiled gently and answered, a peaceful heart, nothing more, nothing less, because a peaceful heart transforms everything. You eat with gratitude, you sleep deeply, you smile more often, you forgive more quickly, you notice beauty that busy people overlook, the sound of rain, the laughter of grandchildren, the warmth of morning sunlight, the fragrance of tea, the silence between two breaths. These are not small things, they are life itself. Many people spend decades searching for happiness somewhere far away, while peace has been waiting quietly inside ordinary moments. Protect those moments. Do not exchange them for endless worry. There is another lesson nature teaches us every day. When autumn arrives, the tree does not cling desperately to every leaf. It lets them fall, without fear, without resistance, because the tree understands something profound. Holding on to what must leave only creates suffering. Parents also need this wisdom. Some expectations must fall. Some old roles must fall. Some unnecessary responsibilities must fall. Some guilt must fall. Some fear must fall. Only then can your heart become light again. Imagine waking tomorrow morning without carrying yesterday's worries. Imagine drinking your tea without replaying old arguments. Imagine sitting quietly in your garden without feeling responsible for every decision your children make. Imagine sleeping peacefully because you trust that life will continue unfolding as it should. This is not indifference. It is wisdom. It is trust. It is freedom. People often ask me, Shi Heng, what is the secret to a peaceful old age? The answer is simple. Know what belongs to you and gently release what does not. Your peace belongs to you. Your gratitude belongs to you. Your kindness belongs to you. Your integrity belongs to you. But another person's choices belong to them. Another person's responsibilities belong to them. Another person's journey belongs to them. When you stop carrying what was never yours, your heart becomes surprisingly light. You begin laughing more. You breathe more deeply. You notice beauty that anxiety once hid from you. Most importantly, you begin living instead of merely worrying. Remember this carefully. Your remaining years are not a waiting room. They are not a slow ending. They are another chapter, perhaps the wisest chapter of your entire life. Do not spend it trapped inside unnecessary stress. Spend it becoming the calm presence your family remembers. Not because you solved every problem, but because your peace taught everyone around you that true strength is quiet, true wisdom is gentle, and true love knows when to hold on and when to let go. My dear friends, if these words touched something deep within your heart, do not ignore that feeling. Sometimes, one simple realization can save years of unnecessary suffering. Remember these 6 lessons. Love your adult children with all your heart, but do not lose yourself in the process. Protect your dignity. Protect your health. Protect your peace. The greatest gift you can leave your children is not endless sacrifice. It is the example of a wise, peaceful, and fulfilled life. If this message brought you clarity, I warmly invite you to subscribe to this channel and join me on this journey of wisdom, inner strength, and mindful living. Together, let us continue learning how to live with greater peace, deeper understanding, and a heart that remains calm through every season of life. Until we meet again, take care of your mind, protect your peace, and walk your path with quiet wisdom.